we're just fed up. There's a lot of things going on. You know, just what they're offering us is not what we are entitled to. We're entitled to so much more. And now with the inflation here, now I mean things have changed. Things are expensive out here. We have to take care of our family. And what they want to offer us, it's just not enough.
Contract.
Could I ask you, where do you work? What kind of job do you do specifically?
Yes, I work for the cancer department. I work for radiation oncology. I'm at the front desk. I am where the magic starts. Okay, prepping charts, checking people in, making appointments, setting up all different kind of studies, MRIs, CAT scans, set them.
And do you have enough staff to do it? I know a lot of times nurses complain that they have to watch over too many patients. How about the situation?
We're a bit short, absolutely. There's definitely, I mean, there's always an improvement. There's always a chance to improve.
And so what kind of wage increase is the union seeking?
We're seeking at the minimum at least 8%.
Inflation over the last couple of years has been really bad, price increase.
Absolutely.
So it's not really a big increase in living, it's just trying to catch up.
We're just catching up, basically living check by check. We shouldn't be living like that. You know, there's nothing without us. Okay, so without your staff, if you don't invest into your staff, then your team in reality is not going to be as powerful as it is. Everybody should get a piece of the pie.
So your unit is unionized. The nurses, are they also unionized?
They have their own union. So it's, you know, we have our own, and the union, the nurses have their own union.
And that's the two units. Is there any others?
There's a lot of them all over throughout the state. Absolutely.
No, but I mean in this area.
No, just two.
Okay, very good. All right. Well, thank you very much for the interview.
Thanks for having us. My pleasure.
Shevaun, where do you work?
I work in Danbury Hospital as a diagnostic customer coordinator in the radiology, PET scan, and nuclear medicine department.
Wow, that's a lot of description there. Could you tell us about that job? What does it entail?
It entails me reviewing all the procedures patients come in for in an administrative way. Prior, you know, there's different checkpoints when a patient has to have a test, and my job is to do a checkpoint to make sure whatever diagnostic code is, it matches up with the kind of test they're having. So I'll work with the techs and they'll say, no, we need to have this kind of test based on, so it's like it's important care. So then I'll call the doctor's office and I'll say, this test needs to be changed to X, Y, and Z so that the patient gets the proper test done. And the doctor, sometimes, you know, they see a diagnosis, they think it's one test, they're not ignorant, they just don't know exactly which one would be the most accurate, and they rely on the technicians and the radiologists who I work with to make sure that gets done. So that's what I do. I assist in that process.
Are the technicians and radiologists in a union?
The technicians are.
I see.
The radiologists are not.
What would you say is the hardest part of your job? Is it the amount of work you have to do?
Yes, we're short-staffed. We have turnover because
you're saying you have a lot of turnover.
yeah, because people are going for better wages other places and a little less work. It can be, you know, very stressful when you're trying, you know, there's a lot of multitasking involved, you know, from different things that I have to do. Of course, the patient care is the #1 priority and making sure that gets done. But I'll get calls from the doctors. I have a stat result. I need you to get a hold of this doctor, and they want me to know where that doctor is in the hospital. And as you can see, it's a large network, and I have a list and everything, and I have to start searching out where that doctor is, either in the hospital or in the remote locations, to get that result to the doctor for the patient. So there's that. At the same time, I may be getting, technician coming in and saying, Shevaun, I need this prior right away because they need a comparative. There's just a lot going on. And so it can be very stressful when you're trying to do multiple things, and you're not, my friend had her teenage son get a job at a fast food restaurant, and she said, oh, he's making $18 an hour, and his decision is obviously to make sure that he gets the order right, whether they get cheese or not, right? I don't get paid much more than that. And so obviously my decisions have much more impact, and my job requires me to have the capability intellectually to, work with these professionals and do my job effectively.
My name is Anthony Sanchez. My PCT at Danbury Hospital.
Tell me about this fat cat.
This fat cat represents Danbury Hospital, and the worker is us, and how we're being squeezed every day, not being respected or paid fairly.